Welcome to a new edition of the Power Circuits from the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. I am Amara Agugaisi. Let's have a peep into the headlines lined up today. At public hearing, TCN restates efforts to improve power system reliability. TCN seeks collaboration with Bayelsa State Government to protect power transmission installations. TCN power transmission expansion goals making impacts in Benin region. In Bauchi region, TCN delivers critical power transmission projects to boost bulk electricity wheeling capacity. Come along, let's do the next half hour together. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has restated the crucial efforts it is making to improve the reliability of the national electricity grid. This was the position of the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, at a public hearing on power system disturbances in Abuja.
The country has been faced with multiple power system disturbances recently, causing wide outages and prompting the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC) to convene a public hearing. The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, also constituted a 6-man committee to investigate system disturbance issues. In his address, the NEC chairman, Sanusi Garba, said NEC considers what has been happening as a significant public interest and provided a platform to discuss ways to tackle them.
Yes, there have been increases and stability of generation in the recent past arising from some of the actions taken from the policy side and the regulatory side. But to the extent where the whole nation suffers, this kind of instability of the national grid is not something that we can gloss over. And that's the underlying reason why the Commission escalated this to listen to all stakeholders. So today, yes, we'll give TCN, the system operator, an opportunity to make a presentation to us. We'll interrogate, but most importantly, we want to listen to those who have been there before, those who have run the grid, not only in Nigeria, but also in other jurisdictions, to give their insight as to why we are in this particular situation. We'll also want to see whether the underlying reasons relate to human capacity. Is it, are we optimizing the way we are using our little resources and so on and so forth?
The TCN helmsman, represented by Executive Director, System Operation, Engineer Nafisat Ali, in a presentation noted a downward trend in system disturbance from year 2019.
Let's look back to 10 years ago, between 10 years and now. If you look at this table critically, you discover that we were worse off in 2016 and 2017. Very bad situation. And from 2019, somehow, the numbers begin to drop. So can we do better? Oh yes, we can, certainly. So what did we do at this point? I remember that a standing committee was constituted along the line to sensitize the GENCOs for free governor mode of operation, and then on the frequency relay, we did a bit of tweaking in it, introduced the FDT mode, and that helped a lot.
She tasked participants on ensuring that challenges in the power sector value chain are holistically addressed to resolve the disturbances, while cooperation of all stakeholders is a must for a largely manually operated grid.
So we're saying we have to work together, that's the bitter truth. Of course you have to upgrade in certain locations, and there's need for strict monitoring of maintenance of equipment and devices along or across the business units. I've talked about free governor mode of operation. I can't overemphasize that. And frequent review of defense plan is a must, and that's the under-frequency load shedding scheme. The truth is that that's our reality, that's our situation, we have to face it. So
And we also thought that islanding of the grid is a consideration, but critical studies should be conducted by the SO.
Also speaking, the General Manager Transmission at TCN, Engineer Ali Ibrahim Sharifai, explained the processes and procedures the company has for the maintenance of power transmission equipment.
Our transformers, be that we normally do our maintenance, we do once in a year, 330, 132, 132, 33 kV, since 2018. Since then, all our new transformers that are coming, that's what we call SAGI protection. All these new transformers have that. They used to come with it. And because of that, we retrofit most of the transformers that we know they are old and they are very critical. I think now all those equipments are at the location that they are supposed to start working. I think even the contractor has submitted his schedule. We are going to start with the Katampe. We are going to do one transformer and we are doing one at Babalada. So we wanted to see how it will help with the help of our system operation to see the way the schedule will take.
There were remarks from the representatives of the generation companies, distribution companies, and intervenors from the private sector, suggesting concerted efforts to address obsolete equipment, transitioning to a smart grid, and addressing attitudinal issues hindering optimal grid operation.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) is seeking collaboration with the government of Bayelsa State to protect power transmission installations in the state. This is due to the spate of vandalism of power transmission lines recorded in recent times. The TCN Executive Director, Transmission Service Provider, Engineer Oluwabenga Ajiboye, met with the Deputy Governor of the state, Senator Lawrence Erujapo, in Yenagoa, the state capital, to firm up the collaboration.
The issue of vandalism of power transmission lines rose to its peak recently along the Ahoda community in Rivers State and the Bayelsa environs, when multiple power transmission towers were vandalized in quick succession. Work is ongoing by TCN to quickly restore the line, which delivers bulk power to the distribution load centers that are operated by the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company in Bayelsa State. However, as part of measures to stem this menace, the TSP Executive Director at TCN, Engineer Oluwabenga Ajiboye, led his team to seek the state's collaboration, just as he sympathized with the people of Bayelsa State.
On behalf of my NDCO, Engineer Dr. Sulaiman Abdulaziz, asked me to come and plead with the people of Bayelsa. And thank you for the understanding you have shown. That we are very sorry for what happened, but they are beyond our reach.
Engineer Ajiboye provided an update on the repair of the 20 vandalized towers along the 132 kV transmission line and also tasked them with collaborating with TCN to ensure the security of the transmission facilities within the state.
We want to actually look at what is going to transpire, what is going to happen before we can get supply, because we know it's not convenient. We know the cost of diesel, we know the cost of petrol, we know the effects, impact it will have on the SME. We know the inconvenience it brings to the community. We are not unmindful of this. Apart from the revenue we are losing for not giving you supply, because we make little from the transportation of power to the end user in the electricity market. So we are being challenged, despite the fact that we are not earning, we are spending. So, and we have looked around, as we have seen, that the government should please assist us. So in the same vein, we are here to please seek your support. As we have been going around the nation when we have incidents like this, before we have to appeal to the state government to please assist us. We were not happy that this happened. Apart from the fact that it caused a lot of inconvenience for the people of Bayelsa State, the financial drain on TCN is so enormous. We have not recovered from so many that happened around in Nigeria. last week we calculated and we still recorded another incident in Damaturu that took it to 121 we have received this year.
Responding, the Deputy Governor of the state, Senator Lawrence Ehurujakpo, highlighted the efforts of the Bayelsa State government to collaborate with the Rivers State government to secure power transmission infrastructure.
We actually did something, and that is the area where really all of us have to work at. So we're really looking forward to seeing how to collaborate with you. So we're looking forward to seeing you more frequently, especially those who are close to us, so that we can always plan, because those who don't win, those who don't succeed, is because they fail to meet the plan. Once we are planning regularly, there's no time we will not win. So on that note, I want to welcome you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for also expressing your concerns about what is happening. Like I said earlier, to be better, we invest on protecting the asset.
After the meeting, the TSP Executive Director at TCN, Engineer Ajiboye, and his team inspected a section of the vandalized 132 kV power transmission line to assess the resources it would take to repair the section. In company of some management team, the TSP Executive Director at TCN provided further insight into the repairs of the vandalized transmission towers.
The damage is enormous, materially, financially. When we are talking about the material, it is the cost of repairing and bringing back the tower. The other cost associated with this is the loss of revenue to TCN as a whole, which is also enormous because we are calculating in kilowatt hour that we are losing since the line has been down since 29th of July. So the first material estimate we did before it became so big like this was in excess of 1 billion naira. But now we need to go back to draw board and check again, because the cost of tension tower where we are standing is far more higher than the cost of the other type of tower. So that is the situation we have ourselves now.
Engineer Ajiboye said there have been increased efforts to tackle the sporadic vandalism of power transmission infrastructure nationwide. Part of this was the visit to the Bayelsa State government, he noted.
This is just a fraction of it. So we have been partnering when this thing was going up. We wrote series of letters to all the security agencies. So based on our request, the Office of National Security Advisor called meeting of all people involved, and we have been parleying with them to be able to find a lasting solution to this problem.
TCN again is appealing to the general public to help in safeguarding power transmission infrastructure in their communities.
We have been begging people, all the people around our installation, electrical, not only TCN, both disco generation, they should please keep an eye on it. When they see people wandering around it, they should please alert the security agents or the nearest TCN office or call them so that they can come to our aid. We can call on the security people to come and drive them. Most of the time these people are armed. We always advise people not to challenge them, but to run away and invite security agents to come and tackle them. That is what we are doing now. But as we are progressing, if all the plans materialize, you will soon see deployment of drones by the security agencies around all our installations and be able to respond swiftly if they see anybody around them.
Power transmission infrastructures are our collective assets. If they are destroyed, it will impact us negatively. That is why we should guard the ones we have while the federal government of Nigeria continues to upgrade and deliver more of these multi-billion naira assets. The power circuit continues right after this break. Stay with us.
Did you know that our high-tension transmission cables are built to withstand high temperatures except artificially induced ones such as fire? Did you know that burning bush or refuse dumped by TCN's transmission tower base or along the transmission line's right-of-way is an offence? Did you know that the fire can cause high-tension transmission lines to snap and fall to the ground, electrocuting living things within the line radius? Did you know that extreme fire can cause the legs of transmission towers to buckle, and that buckling of the main frame of a tower will lead to its collapse and may even pull down other towers along that transmission line's route, causing untold damage to the line? Now that you know, TCN is calling all citizens of Nigeria to please desist from destroying our collective national investment. Be careful. Do not set fire on trash or burn bush beside transmission towers or under electricity lines nationwide. Help us preserve the transmission grid and save the nation from blackout.
TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The expansion of the power transmission system is a continuous activity, and that is what the Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN has been doing. The power circuit caught up with an Assistant General Manager Transmission at the TCN Benin region, Engineer Olarewaju Akinyelure, and he has so much to say about these expansion moves.
The TCN Benin region is a hub for bulk power transmission, as it houses the 330-132 33 kV Benin transmission substation. This substation takes bulk power transmitted from 3 power plants in Delta State and takes more bulk power from 2 power plants in Benin, Edo State. Due to its high significance, constant upgrading of its transmission wheeling capacity is a priority. Just recently, the management of TCN completed the installation of a 300 MVA power transformer at the 330 kV section of the Benin substation. Here is what this official says about the successfully delivered project.
To serve the people of Edo, Delta, and Nigeria at large. It has improved the megawatt by 150 megawatts. As you know, what we had here before is 150 MVA, but now we have increased it to 300 MVA. So we have a 150 MVA capacity now added to the system. At the 330 kV level, we had 2 by 150 MVA, but now we have 450 MVA. That is 300 MVA, which is newly commissioned, and the existing 150 MVA, which is on ground for now.
The newly energized 300 MVA power transformer is part of the ongoing projects being delivered by TCN across critical transmission substations nationwide with funding from the World Bank. Having the new power transformer is a significant boost to bulk power transmission capacity, and Nigerians have a win for it.
Away from Benin region, let's take you to the Bauchi region of TCN, where the company is also taking a quantum leap in power transmission infrastructure expansion. A brand new 150 MVA power transformer was installed and commissioned at the Jos sub-region, and that is a lot in boosting the available capacity to deliver bulk electricity for onward supply by the distribution company to consumers.
The power circuit spoke with the General Manager, Transmission at the Bauchi region of TCN, Engineer Abubakar Abdulaziz, who echoed the objective of installing the brand new 150 MVA power transformer at the 330-132 33 kV Jos power transmission substation.
It is 150 MVA transformer, that's 330/132 and 3 kV transformer. The project was slated in Jos to boost the transmission capacity in the substation by 120 megawatts. 150 MVA will produce or is capable of carrying a load of 120 megawatts.
The added capacity is quite significant for the TCN, as the same substation transmits bulk power to the northeast.
So installing that transformer 150 megawatt at 150 MVA in Jos is boosting the step down of 132 by 120 megawatt. Our line 132 kVA that radiated from Jos to Bauchi was loaded on that transformer, and that line also from Bauchi went all the way up to Gombe. So what it means, the 132 kV line is an alternative line to 330 kV line. So the two lines, 330 kV line from Jos to Bauchi and 132 kV line from Jos to Bauchi also. So let me precisely talk about 150 MVA transformer. Significantly, that transformer will improve our services in Jos, Plateau State, and its environs, and it will even go beyond Jos, Plateau State, up to Bauchi, because the line 132 is coming out, the supply of it is coming out from that new transformer.
The official said TCN is making heightened efforts to urgently upgrade infrastructure nationwide and has got funding support from international financiers to get this done.
TCN is making effort to boost our wheeling capacity everywhere in the nation. So there are some donor agencies projects like World Bank, JICA, African Development Bank, French Development Bank project. So that project particularly of Jos is one of the projects belonging to the World Bank project. So significantly is to improve the supply, our wheeling capacity, supply to discos, that is just distribution electricity, and discos, that is just electric distribution, and then that will reach up to Bauchi significantly. That is the purpose of installing that transformer.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, seeks the support of Nigerians to protect these assets as they are being delivered. The management official believes that with this support, the challenges of vandalism of power transmission assets and right-of-way of transmission lines violation will be tackled.
Enable progression or enable success, there may be some element of challenges. One of the challenges this region is facing is, in the recent time, is much of the vandalization on our transmission lines, and encroachment into our right-of-way is also one of the major challenges that we are battling with. The vandalization, we have had of recent times series of vandalization of 132 and 330 kV line. If you can recall, the 330 kV that emanates from Damaturu, that is from Gombe, Damaturu to Maiduguri, was vandalized some times ago. Precisely 2 towers were brought down.
Let's have a highlight of the reports. At a public hearing, TCN restates efforts to improve power system reliability. TCN seeks collaboration with Bayelsa State Government to protect power transmission installations. TCN power transmission expansion goals making impact in Benin region. In Bauchi region, TCN delivers critical power transmission projects to boost capacity. Thank you for safeguarding power transmission lines, towers and substations in your community. TCN wants your continuous support as the management sustains its collaboration with communities and security operatives to tackle power assets vandalism in Nigeria. I am Amara Agogaisi. Bye.